So we've reached our final destination of our journey. We've climbed like half a mile up a mountain. Yeah. Rob, what do you think? How was your experience in Nicaragua?
Well, it was my first time. I've been wanting to come here for a long, long time. I heard so many good things about it, and I have to be honest with you, I think it's perfect. It's the perfect combination of, it's got tourists and infrastructure, but not too many. It's not being trampled to death. It's still pretty wild and raw. And you can find hotels, hostels, whatever your budget is, like you can find it.
It's pretty safe.
Oh, it seems really safe, yeah. You know, so for me, Nicaragua gets, 2 thumbs up, and I can't wait to come back.
Feeling safe was definitely a big plus, compare a little bit with some of the experience that we had in Honduras, but the little bit of the technologies, not to feel completely stranded, but it wasn't anything that would remind you like the urban city that you left behind. Like you said, it was a great combination of the both.
Yeah. Most of the country, if you look at it, it's all green. It's very green. It's still virgin in a way. Mm-hmm. The major cities are more towards the west, and I mean, there's a lot to do. I think we spent 7 days, but it went really quick, and there's much more stuff we can do, and we just didn't have enough time.
Nicaragua's a big country, and if you stick to, I don't know, I call it the tourist route, you're going to be fine. But then there's also Blue Fields, the Corn Islands, the Mosquito Coast. Like there is so much more, man. What was your favorite part, Renzo?
Wow. You know what? I think Ometepe is really my favorite part, and the reason why is because I don't feel I'm in Nicaragua. I feel like I'm in another world.
What about you, Paco?
For me, the volcano took it mainly just for the visual of it. It definitely seemed like you were completely somewhere else, because there was very little vegetation once we got there, and it was all like volcanic rock. It was almost like being in I don't want to sound cheesy, but almost like stepping on Mars. It was almost like a picture-taking moment, because it was like full of volcanic rock and this like little bit of green coming out of like the cracks of it. So it was definitely
it was surreal, right? With all the wind, the wind was going.
The wind almost took me off from the thing. I thought I was gonna die. Like
I really did.
He got like freaked out, because like I almost had to like up myself. Right about now here.
Yeah.
Well, as a tourist or as a production crew, you go into a new country, a new city, and you get a map. Try to, ubicarte. You try to find where everything is. But here in Nicaragua, they don't have a lot of street names. The streets really don't have names. So that was bugging me out, because I was like, well, we have to produce, we have to get here and there. But how are we going to get there? If the map can't really help us.
If you weren't working, knowing what you know now, would you come back? Will you come back to Nicaragua?
Yes. I think there's some parts like Granada, for example, that I found very romantic. I think it's pretty cool to bring your girlfriend, to have like, a romantic getaway, but it's also very eco-friendly. So if you want to do zip lining, want to do all that adventure sports, Nicaragua is a place.
Yeah. What about you, Paco? Yeah.
Heartbeat. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and it was a good value, right?
Yeah, very good value.
Yeah, good value. So let's hope it doesn't get trampled with tourists like some other places we won't name, and it remains that way. But it's off the beaten path, but on the path. So it's a good spot.